Hey, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Courtney,
We're exploring our past
looking forward to our future,
and living for the present, all
all while
learn
learning how to
how to live
live
map.
magically.
Hello.
Hey,
We're just like doing that spiel, and I was like, wow, are we talking about the future today?
the future and also a little bit the past. Yeah,
Okay, fair, I guess. Yeah.
you know,
Um, quickly, do you have anything to update us on before we jump into this? We have a lot to discuss today.
we have a lot to discuss. We're obviously talking about D23, all things D23. Um, we're gonna do like a top of the hour shout out to Kate because I still had the COVID when this was happening, so I was snug as a bug in bed. She took like minute by minute interpretive notes for me with links, the whole thing. So like, shout out to Kate. We're excited.
I love that. I stayed up too late on like Parks night. Like I was up until like 1 a.m. listening to this on illegally streamed on YouTube.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
me and KG were like going back and forth.
That's awesome. KG texted me. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. Sorry.
I would like to also preface this that you and I have not discussed any of this.
We haven't discussed any of this. Yeah, this is going to be like hot and dirty takes. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. We talked about like two things briefly before we started, and already you and I are like in a different place. So I can't wait to hear.
We're gonna get canceled, perhaps. So do you have any life updates for us?
Oh, I saw the Country Bear Jamboree, the new one for the first
Yeah.
time.
Hmm.
So cute.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why it was completely and totally lost on me that all the music, most of the music is from like current shows now.
Yes, I did know that. Because one of them is Zootopia, right?
Yes, that's like the cutest one is the Try Everything.
I'm gonna, I'm just gonna say it.
Yep.
I never saw it beforehand.
Are you kidding? Never once?
Never once in my whole life.
Wow. That's
I,
how.
well, I'm gonna half blame you. You never took me.
Just here, let me name some reasons why I'm surprised at that fact. I understand the reasons I understand are because like it is what it is. It's Country Bear. Nobody like goes there on repeat because it's the best thing in the world. However, number one, it's country music. So you love country.
Yeah, I have no reason.
Number two, C did a C break.
I am hearing you. I have no reason.
I okay, all right. Well, I
I've
let you
also
down.
I've also never done the tiki room.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I there's something wrong with me.
That
I know the
I'm gonna
song.
say. I mean, everybody knows the song, but like that makes Walt roll over in his grave. Now, I
Oh,
hate it when people say that. That's why I'm saying it. But that is truly a disgrace to your
I know.
fandom because it's like
I
an iconic attraction.
yeah. I am embarrassed to admit it for real.
I want to be with you the first time you take Brooks. I feel like it really go either way for a baby
He's
because
pretty into songs though.
it's like cool. Yeah, the songs are cool. The animatronics, audio animatronics are cool, but it does get like dark,
Ooh, yeah.
obviously. And I don't know how that would go. And there is like a little, I'm not going to say spooky, but like there's like a rainstorm portion.
See, probably why I've never seen it.
I guess. Yeah, but like you go on Haunted Mansion, it's not any scarier than that.
I don't love that, but
Oh my gosh. Okay,
uh,
so you fail. That's what I've done. What have you done?
um, yeah, nothing.
Great.
Um, I will say update on the construction behind me.
Yep.
We're delayed.
Oh,
Yeah, we're delayed a week, so the construction's no longer now going to happen when I'm at Disney, which is a real bummer, but is what it is.
yeah. Yeah. That is no bueno, but you know what? At least there's probably a reason. Like we had
He's
this bar put in and well, yeah, no, I mean like a spiritual reason.
yeah.
Like our guy's been putting this bar in 2 days now. He's been here different days, and the seconds that I have stepped away to do like any random thing, he's made like critical design decisions that he's like just asked AJ about, and it's fine. But I'm like, really? I needed to be here for you to like talk about something stupid like we have
Yeah.
wood countertops and like what are they staining the wood with? But like,
So I kind of was a little nervous about not being here for the first 3 days of it because, like, what if there
yeah,
were questions? Because no offense to Kyle, who I love
right,
dearly, truly knows nothing of what's going on in the kitchen.
correct.
He is proud of that. So
Yes, yes.
I just feel like I should be here in case things come up. Not that we don't live in 2024 and have phones and could call.
Totally.
I'm just maybe I should be overseeing this project.
Yeah, I think it's for the best.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Can we just talk about this? Let's go.
Let's get into it. I think we need to start with the Disneyland portion, but like I am just gonna hit you off the top. I didn't watch it live, so I didn't see this, but did you watch the Deadpool of it all?
No, and I really only watched live. Do you hear this thunder? I feel
I
like I'm in
do.
the world.
I thought your stomach was growling.
No, this is like a Florida thunderstorm happening right now. It's
It's
very
amazing.
wild. I only watched live the Disney Parks night,
Right.
and I didn't really. I just kind of after all the other stuff, I just like waited for like Disney to post, and I didn't really watch the. Yeah, so no, didn't really see a whole lot of the Deadpool situation.
Well, okay, so I'm with you. I didn't watch any of it, but the only part that matters to me ever is the parks portion. But I
Yeah,
guess Deadpool came on and like did some pretty funny stuff. Like he made fun of Disneyland for the Phantasmic Dragon catching on fire, and he like made fun of the Yeti being broken forever on Everest. And I was just like,
yeah,
you know what? That's the Imagineering levity we need in 2024.
yeah, would
Like
agree.
things go wrong, it's fine, but like funny to poke fun, you know?
I just love that you're like Deadpool's number one fan.
Deadpool. I just like his jokes. That's all. I'm here for the jokes, folks.
Can we, before we jump into the park stuff, because like let's go in
Yeah.
order of like some stuff, can we just
Yeah.
quickly touch on the fact that the greatest day of my life hasn't even happened yet because the greatest showman is coming to the Broadway.
And cut. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, The Greatest Showman is coming to Broadway. I am excited. You are excited. Tell me more.
That is all I know. And I I just know that it's coming to Broadway. I don't even think they said when, and it is gonna be I'm just like curious how they'll do it. I'm a little you mean it's my all-time favorite movie. We know this. Yeah. Remember let's just like talk on that real quick. I had already seen it in theaters, I think twice up here, and I came to visit you, and I was like, "You need to see this," and I dragged you and AJ to the movies to see it, so I could see it again. Like,
Yes.
it is so. Oh my god, I cannot wait. So that's that. I texted you and said, "Can we? We're gonna go to New York to see this, right?" And you were like,
Yes.
"Yeah."
I am so excited. The musical people on it they're called Patrick and Paul, and I love their stuff in general. Of course, I love The Greatest Showman. I want to know how much of the music is going to change, be added, whatever. Because like we already know the songs.
I know.
I love like a Broadway spin to a song, but
I do think. Well, I think maybe they can maybe if they do like a halvesies, so like half original and like half some new stuff, perhaps, maybe.
I don't think they're gonna cut any songs from the original. What would they cut?
There's some little pieces they can cut. Maybe.
Like a reprise, are you talking about?
You're right. I don't know what I would like to see them cut. None of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Yeah, I would like a new casting choice for Never Enough. That woman, whatever her name is, like the big
Yeah,
star woman.
yeah.
Which obviously she's not going to be in the show. I also would die dead on the ground, deceased, if like Hugh Jackman came back to Broadway for that
I was
show.
thinking that there's just like absolutely no chance. Like, no. But I was also like, can you imagine me if just like imagine it, who would be the lead role?
Who? I
Take a guess.
don't know. Are you going to say like Travis Kelce or something?
No, Jordan Fisher.
Oh, Jordan. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I mean,
Can
that would
you
be.
imagine?
He is. You know what? That's actually
No,
like not outside the realm of possibilities just because of his Disney affiliation.
I know
However, think
it's
about the dynamics of the stage. You need like, because obviously the Zac Efron character is still going to be like an adult, but they need
right.
to seem like young compared to the Hugh Jackman character. So we're going to need someone who has like probably a height differential, probably like a different, like Jordan Fisher reads young.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's my only like hesitation there.
Maybe, but
We'll see.
I just like to put it out on the pod sometimes because sometimes that shit comes true, and I, oh my God, can you imagine my life would be?
I, yes. I mean, he has other roles. He could be the Zac Efron of it all. He could be, I don't know, somebody.
If he's gonna be in it, he's gonna be one of the lead roles. So really, his only option is Zac Efron.
You're right, but also like I don't know what his Broadway credibility is. Like, does he have movement skill?
I don't know, but in my mind, he can do anything.
Okay, all right, I accept. I accept. We will report back once more news
Yeah,
is here to be shared.
great. Circling back. And
Circling
then
back.
real quick, before we jump into the parks, they announced there's gonna be a Toy Story 5. I just rolled my eyes in the back of my head. I don't know.
Oh, you feel like it's too much? You're in that
Yeah,
camp?
you don't?
I am torn. I mean, I thought that the last Toy Story was like a pretty big downer.
That's kind of what I mean. Like I liked Toy Story 4, but it was also like not it just no. Like I
Yeah,
didn't like not like it. It was just like I just felt like we were pushing it.
I hear what you're saying. I my offense to the Toy Story franchise comes more in the renaming all of the feet on the toys from Andy to Bonnie. That to me is like stripping me of my youth, and I don't love that. Like it's always Andy's toy. What are we doing? Using like alcohol wipes on the foot, rewriting? What's happening? I
Yeah,
don't know. It's not for me.
I hear you.
But your argument is what? That like they just are like pushing for
I
more?
just sometimes think maybe let's not keep making sequels and let's start fresh.
I feel that. I didn't they say something about it's gonna have like a technology spin because like kids these days and their
Uh,
iPads.
Well, okay, I haven't seen any of that. I just like literally saw the words Toy Story 5 and I was like, wow, we're going there. Okay.
We'll see. Listen, they have a whole new land to promote.
You're right, you're right. And then you're fair. And then the other one is a Frozen 3. I'm also I feel like I can't have any correct like opinions. I just like have this like thing stuck in my head of like not everything needs like a sequel to a sequel to a sequel.
I support what you're saying, but I also am really surprised to hear you say that, especially about your beloved Frozen because of
I
like
yes, I
Anna.
do. Yeah, I do love Frozen. I love Frozen. And I loved Frozen 2, don't get me wrong. So I'm sure Frozen 3 is going to be great and yeah, I'm going to be excited to see it. I still just sometimes think we just don't need a bajillion sequels. I
I
don't
I hear what you're saying. I think I'm like more open to it. Number one, because the possibilities are good, right? They could be good,
yeah,
but if they're bad, like I don't know about you, but like I don't care at all about Lion King one and a half.
you're right. You're right.
So it can just like exist for somebody who like really needs it, but I don't even like consider it.
Yeah, it's not gonna like destroy the film.
Yeah. For me, a lot of it is going to rest truly on this like Moana 2 and the
Also,
new music of it all.
I
Because they've
don't.
made some pretty bold decisions over there.
I would agree.
So we're gonna find out.
Yeah, you're right. All right, fine. I'll be
Uh,
patient.
you're not mentioning something that I actually don't care at all about, but a lot of people do. The Incredibles. Is it number 2 or number 3?
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Well, a lot of people are like amped. I guess it's been like a long time waiting.
I don't. I mean, I've like watched The Incredibles. It just like wasn't something. I just okay. Let's circle back to last week's episode. I guess like me and superheroes just like don't vibe. I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know
same.
what it is.
I don't get it. The storyline is not for me. I don't understand. I don't know. I've seen it. Of course, I've seen it, but like, I just
Yeah,
don't.
same.
Why? Yeah.
Something in my brain like doesn't connect there. I don't know what's wrong with me.
The Incredibles, especially the is her name Violet, really gives me like Spy Kids vibes
Yeah.
with like Christy Carlson Romano. Um, so I don't know. It's that one's not for me at all, but for
Well,
somebody,
good for them for those who wanted it.
it's right.
Okay, let's get on with this. Let's go. Parks.
Okay, I'm gonna start with Disneyland because they have like less exciting stuff and also less relevant stuff to us. Um, Avatar. They're getting some version that was described as inspired by Way of Water, Fire and Ash, and the future Avatar films. It's going to be an innovative new attraction that will bring Avatar in a new and thrilling way. It's
Yeah.
slated to be a boat ride, 6+ rows, 4+ people across, like per row. A little excursion. Thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts.
I'm with you.
Like I like okay, Flight of Passage at Animal Kingdom is a great ride. I will never ever 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 in my life deny that. I if it's not a long wait, I will ride that and I will love it. Yes. Okay?
Okay.
I said it.
Okay.
Do I feel like Avatar belongs in a Disney park? No. And I thought that about Animal Kingdom, but I really think that about DCA. That just to me doesn't is that going in DCA, right?
Yes.
That to me just does not fit at all. I don't know. It's
You,
weird. Feels like a
yeah.
four and people can like sure there's people in this world who like love Avatar. I just is there that many
Don't,
people?
like, yeah, like I just don't know any of them. Yeah.
Like I don't know. Will it be absolutely incredible and like so immersive and are they going to do it right? Absolutely. I just we could have done something else. I don't know what that something else is. It just like Avatar is just weird to me. I don't know.
I echo 100% exactly everything that you said. Um, my two additional points that I'm going to repeat a lot in the next however long we talk are number one, this is the IP we're choosing to focus on.
Yes.
And number two, Joe Rody is going to be busy.
Yeah. Yeah. I just so interesting. I would have loved to been on that round table for sure.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah. We could talk for days. They have such limited space. Why are we taking trash to
That
Disneyland?
that
We have the
that
space.
to Disneyland.
Yeah. It offends me. For a boat ride? No.
Yes. Yes.
It's a no for me. Okay.
It's a
Next, probably the best piece of news to me for California Adventure is the Coco boat ride. They described it as drawing inspiration from Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean, the animatronics. It's going to follow Miguel's journey. Work is underway and it will break ground in 2026. I don't know how work is underway, but we're not breaking ground until 2026. But that's an Imagineering question that I'll never know the answer to. So
okay, I think now again, Coco is not my vibe. I think we've talked about that before. However, I do think this is a great idea. I think putting it in DCA is perfect. I think that is exactly where it belongs. Another boat ride. Okay, I guess we're just boat rides are in. My take on things happening. So, like, let's just get this out of the way. My thoughts on all things that take forever, because like
Mhm.
most of them I'm not seeing for years. Um, Universal like built a park in like a whole entire park and I what feels like 30 days. It wasn't 30 days, but like truly they announced it and then like it opened and it's a whole entire park and Disney is over here building lands and they're going to take 10 years. I don't know. That part is yeah, weird,
I,
but
I need so many answers. Yeah.
weird.
I
Anywho,
mean, we
but
have
great.
obviously I live here. The latest thing I'm seeing in like Facebook groups is Universal is testing a flying drone dragon in the sky. And people are just like, yeah, we live in Orlando, that stuff happens. But like there's a dragon flying around in the sky over at Universal and we
Yeah,
have a water ride
two.
too.
It's yeah.
I
And I know, like, of course, anytime Disney ever brings something new and like puts it out, it's freaking great, right? Like, obviously, it took a
totally.
lot of like all of these Imagineers, and yes, like blood, sweat, and tears went into this for sure. I just like find it so fascinating that it takes so long when Universal's out here like spitting out a whole park. I don't know.
I couldn't agree more. A whole park with five, right? It's five lands.
Yeah,
Like,
crazy.
yeah, I would love to like truly from like a business perspective and a financial construction, just like why that is. Because there has to be a reason.
There has to be a reason. Then when you talk about like financial aspect of it, you're hiring these people to specifically work on this like whoever's working on Coco right now, I have to assume is probably only working on Coco, right?
I would assume. I don't know.
So you're like have this so much money into this one. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. We could discuss that part all day. All right.
Agree. Okay. The next one, this has been super controversial, which I didn't know until I started reading around on the internet. Disneyland is getting a Walt Disney animatronic. It will go in rotation with great moments with Mr. Lincoln, which admittedly I've never seen. But the Opera House Theater will turn into Walt's office. Um, it's going to be called Walt Disney A Magical Life, and it's coming in 2025.
Okay. Tell me why it's controversial because I love this kind of stuff.
I think it's awesome. My personal thing is like, I feel like if anybody is going to recreate the essence of Walt Disney, it's going to be an Imagineer. It's going to
Yes.
be somebody who like loves that. It's going to be somebody in California, like, you know, like in his footsteps. I think
Right.
all the things are right. I also think if anybody's going to be like a human turned animatronic, it should be Walt.
Agreed.
Okay, so apparently they mentioned the idea was approved by Walt's great nephew, Roy P. Disney.
Yes. And he was at
And
D23.
okay, so that to me is like a check in the right direction. Now, what is questionable and controversial is that a lot of the grandchildren of Walt are going on the internet posting, like, don't do this. We don't support it. You're gonna mess it up. You're already using his name and likeness in so many other places. Why do you need to do this? He's our grandpa. And I need to know number one how old these people are because their Insta posts sound like teenagery, but I'm sure his grandchildren aren't teenager aged.
Okay.
Um, I also understand like I lost my father. I don't know that I would want to see my father like reincarnated as an animatronic. So I appreciate that, but I just don't really get it.
Okay. Now I hear your take of like what you just said, but like thinking these kids who these grandchildren I have to imagine are older
I
because
think.
I mean Walt Disney died pretty young.
Well, and like Roy that was at the meeting or whatever, it would be like these kids' father, right? Or like
And he was
that age.
older. So I can't imagine they really saw a whole lot of Walt was the point I was trying to make there.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
But I guess in obviously we can't relate because we don't have anybody in our life who is freaking Walt Disney, right?
Right.
If you have a relative that has done as much as Walt Disney did, I think I would want to praise that and share that with the rest of the world. So
Yes.
I don't know. To me, I think it's really cool. I get motivated just by listening to anything that Walt Disney ever accomplished. So I think it's great. And I actually, when they announced it, I texted KG and said, "Can this replace Hall of Presidents? Because that would be really awesome." So
Disney for president.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
I yeah, I think it's a great thing. I think it's also a pretty uniquely great thing that they're putting an animatronic of Walt in Walt's park. It's
yeah,
not the same as like putting a president in the Hall of Presidents, where like no matter what president you're talking about, everybody has opinions. There's like and dislike on both sides. There's whatever. And if you're walking into Walt's park, you love Walt, I would
yeah.
assume, or like the idea of Walt or what you know about Walt. So
What do
like
you think?
it's not like people are going to walk in or like a museum where it's like, multiple exhibits or some sort of other thing. People are going to love it. I mean, unless they do like a terrible job for some reason.
Yeah, but we've
Um,
already said like these things. What you just tell me, it's not opening until 2025. Like
right.
their time is going to be taken on this, and they're going to do it right. I have no doubt in my mind about that.
I totally agree. I think we should wait and see what happens. Maybe they know something we don't, but also there's a reason they're not like the voice that Disney company goes to ask those questions.
Right.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, next. This is just a little factoid I'm going to throw out there. Uh, Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland is slated to open November 15th.
This coming November.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Ours, I think for the last like 4 days actually has been down. Uh, so I get it. Um,
Okay. This is all I have to say on this. Universal opened an entire park with a bunch of lands and new rides, and we can't even like just redesign, not design, redecorate an already existing ride.
right. Like it was working when we turned it off. What
Just,
happened?
I don't understand this.
I have the same questions. I will add as a little caveat and also like disclaimer because I know some Imagineers who I love. Um, it has to be really hard to be an Imagineer and have all of these people watching what you do for work from a distance and have all of their opinions and have no idea. It could be that like upper level management is saying you can't have another dime to fix it because you're out of budget and like if it's broken, figure it out.
For sure. Yeah, I'm
I don't
not at
know.
all giving my takes to like the actual Imagineers. I do think
Right.
it's higher up, and I just like want to know what the higher ups at Universal are doing different than the higher ups at Disney. I just want to know why. I just need a reason. I don't know.
Me too. I really think that a lot of all of the things we're asking ourselves come from the C suite, come from like five people at the top.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes.
So just that's got to be like an interesting work dynamic. And I wanna listen in. So if anybody ever wants to bug one of those conversations for me, I will pay.
Yeah, please.
Okay. The last update you and I aren't going to care at all about. California Adventure is getting Avengers, two new attractions The size of the Avengers campus at Disneyland is going to double. One of the rides, I think, is going to be called Avengers Infinity Defense. Construction will begin next year. Portal technology has gone missing. I'm not even going to name, I don't know what any of this means. And also there's going to be something called Stark's Flight Lab, which I have seen pictures of Robert Downey Jr. on with Bob Iger or testing. I don't know what they're doing. It looks to be what this is. I don't know if that means we've made progress, if it's happening, if it's not happening. But anyway, they're putting a lot of money into that franchise, so people must really like it. Why is this the IP we're focusing on? I don't get it.
I disagree with you there because I want to like Avengers, and while there's something in my brain that says it's not for us, I really want to like it. And I do enjoy Avengers Campus, even though I don't really know anything, whatever. And when I feel like I had known this was coming, just like walking in Avengers Campus, that there's stuff missing that is gonna come. So that does not at all surprise me. And I think it's probably whatever they're doing is gonna be epic because I mean, I don't even do Avengers, and I think both Guardian rides, World and Land, are incredible. I love the Spider-Man sling Weber things, whatever. So I'm sure these two rides are going to be great. So I don't know. I don't question spending the money on that IP and focusing on that, especially at DCA where that land is already there. And I think Avengers in DCA is so special because we can't get it in World because of Universal and the whole thing. Yep. So I think putting it and making it special at DCA and doing it right is, I think. I mean, also my husband is obsessed with Avengers, so he is a freak. But
I actually take back my IP thought on that particular franchise. You're right. It's not for me, but I do get like the husband of it all, the superhero fans of the world that like that stuff. It's like nice to throw them a bone. Also, regardless of people who even know anything about Guardians, people love that ride here.
Yeah. And like, let's just also say like I can probably go out into the grocery store and probably see somebody wearing like a Captain America shirt. But I've never out in the wild seen somebody wear an Avatar shirt. So I'm just gonna that and continue on.
That is true. Nothing more needs to be said. That is so accurate. Okay, now we're going to move on to the meat and potatoes. Walt Disney World, our people, Orlando, Florida. Here we go.
It's getting stuff, just not for a few years.
We're getting a lot. No, I think we're getting a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to need to get a new dog because there is a new nighttime parade coming to Magic Kingdom.
Finally. Magic Kingdom, be there.
Magic Kingdom, be there or be square. And don't give us another Main Street electrical parade.
But I would like to know where all of those pieces ended up.
I have I have like a very small snippet of the Spectro Magic Ursula costume.
Really?
Yes. It's in like a Disney pin that I bought like
years ago.
Cool. It's very cool. It's a Spectro Magic and it's like a bubble and it has like a snippet of costume fabric. Not Ursula, sorry. I don't know what it is. It's purple. Maybe it's Ariel's bra. But I love it. And I know people are going to come at me for the whole hating the Main Street electrical parade thing, but it's trash and I hate it. And it can go to Disneyland to die, which it is done. Goodbye. Next.
All right. Great.
All right. Now we're going to like take a deep dive into Animal Kingdom.
All right. So, okay. Can I say I'm really excited for the stuff that's coming, but I am just like annoyed at the D23 that I feel like this was all announced and now they like re-announced it to like actually tell us stuff. I don't know. But they reassured us that it's all actually happening now.
I will believe anything when I see like a golden shovel in an executive's hand.
You're right.
Because as everybody's been reminding us, remember the Mary Poppins of it all that nobody has ever seen a lick of.
And they just like never even spoke about it.
Yeah, they just like swept it under the rug, and that's fine. But and there are like historians such as our friends over at Parkeology that have like receipts for multiple times this has happened before.
Yeah, so it's kind of like supposedly though, Animal Kingdom is like happening like as we're talking. Like it's they're about to dig at any second. So
I've heard that. I've heard it. I'll believe it when it happens. Also, they did give us like a final warning on Dinosaur leaving.
yeah.
So
How are you? What are
okay.
your are you okay?
I am going to Dino Land USA this weekend. I'm gonna just stand there. I'm gonna touch the things, feel the feels, eat the snacks, ride the rides, all the things. I love
Ashton,
Dinosaur.
Ashton and I might go on Sunday if you want to go then.
I'm going on Sunday.
Okay, she wants her annual pass magnet. So
Oh, I forgot you were gonna be here this weekend. Duh. Um, Great. Yes, I will see you at AK at
okay,
DAC. Why did I call it AK? Never do that again. It's
okay.
DAC. Okay. Um, okay. So we're getting in replacement of Dinoland USA, we're getting Tropical Americas. Um, Dinosaur is to be replaced with Indiana Jones, but it's going to be allegedly a new ride, not the
No,
same ride that we already have.
that's not how I took it.
Okay, how'd you take it?
They kept saying it's getting a new story.
Oh, so you think the ride's going to be the same, but they're going to say different words?
I think it's going to be like the same ride as at Disneyland, where it's
Okay.
like, because that's the dinosaur ride. We know that,
Right.
right?
Right.
It's just
Right.
not be the same ride Disneyland has. It's going to be a different story of Indiana Jones in the ride.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But we're not getting a new ride. We're getting a
No, no,
new
no, no.
dinosaur. Like we're not getting a new thing.
I'm just saying it's not. What's it called over there? I don't even know. Indiana Jones something.
I don't know.
I think it's not like going to be a direct clone like they've
No,
done with many other rides. I think it's going to
correct.
be a different version of that.
Yeah, but it's going to be the same. You're going to get in the same little seats and go on the same thing, just with a different story.
Yes. What are your thoughts?
I feel like we already touched on this last D23 because this has been told to us.
Right.
I don't really have any thoughts, honestly. I find it, I am kind of like if you're gonna like stick to an IP, like put it in one park, and I just don't think we need like Indiana Jones in Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. Like pick one or the
Well,
other. I don't know.
it could be like a sign of the times. Maybe Epic is leaving. I hope it's not, but
And that wouldn't surprise me, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. My other question there is, as someone with zero experience or knowledge in landscaping, topography, the amount of space we have, conservation, etc., budget, why isn't there, just like from an outsider's stupid person perspective, isn't there plenty of other space out there that we could build all this stuff that we're about to talk about and leave Dino Land? I understand Dino Land's not like a smash hit, super success, whatever, but it is like somewhere for people to do stuff.
I agree with you there, especially at a park like Animal Kingdom.
Like, just add another path and add
Yeah,
some more. And
I
like,
I completely agree with you there. Us like you said, we have so much land. I say we. It's kind of funny. We have so much land
yeah, the
over
parks.
over at World. It's not like land where you need to, you know, redo stuff to make new stuff. So yeah, I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
I don't get it. And there's so many things over there that I forget about a lot that are great for families. Like that whole dig excavation area.
Yeah,
Kids go there for hours.
yeah,
Um, and it's like great. It's covered from the sun. It's there's like a playground half and like a digging half.
yeah.
Kids
I
seem to love it.
very interesting.
Yeah, I don't I'd
But
love to know more, but
let's just go into the next topic of what else is getting put there, because this kind of goes off what we just said. They're so we're getting rid of Dinoland to put in a carousel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, one of the rides is a
Oh,
carousel.
I see that here. A wood carver is making a wooden carousel. No, thank you.
I don't know. That to me is like little interesting, but
Yeah. I don't get that. It's going to be called the Tropical Americas. Okay. When you enter from Discovery Island, so you're going to basically Discovery Island, then you're going to, well, it says just, yeah, you're going to go to the right. You'll enter Pueblo Esperanza, and that means Village of Hope. And my note here says it's going to be a mirror of Harambe, like a lived in village, but like a rainforest variation of that.
okay.
I think that's cool.
No, I
I
do think
just,
it's gonna be like it's gonna fit in and it's gonna feel right. I agree there.
yeah, I also think it's one of the first times, in my humble opinion, we need like a word that means like we know we have no right to say these things, they're just our personal opinion.
Yes.
That word here. Um, this seems to be one of the first times we are marrying park theme and organic feel with IP in like a truly beautiful and natural organic way for me. It's not throwing ducks into the boat ride in Mexico and like calling that a New Mexico ride.
Yeah,
It's like organic. It is South America. South America belongs in Animal Kingdom because it's like a similar vibe and the rainforest of it all. That all like checks out to me. It feels right. I feel like you would run into like Mirabelle in Animal Kingdom.
I feel
I
that.
don't feel like you would run into Donald Duck in a serape in Epcot. So
Yes,
like at least I feel like that is like well navigated.
I agree there. Yes.
Um Okay, speaking of Encanto, they're getting a ride based on the day Antonio gets his gift, aka the entire film. Well, I guess like the first half of the film of Encanto. The furniture is being brought to life, and that will be like the ride vehicle or something. I don't know. I don't know how that would work out, but it's going to be a journey through the house and Antonio's room. The whole land is going to open in 2027.
2027. Okay. I think it's gonna be great.
I
I
think it's
think
going to
it's
be great
gonna
too. No notes.
I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be, oh my God, I think it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. It's just gonna be like colorful and pretty, and it's gonna be a vibe.
Yes. Yeah. No notes. I think that is like a 10 out of 10 smash. I mean, my note is like, could we have put it somewhere else?
Eh, you think?
Like, meaning, does it have to go where dinosaur is?
Okay. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Could they have just cleared a little bit more?
Also, also, like, what are the walkways and theming situation going to be like? Because we're keeping the dinosaur ride, retheming it as Indiana Jones, but then we're also going to be in South America. So is it going to be like Indiana Jones is like a sibling from the Encanto family with his own door, and you're like riding his
Yeah,
room, or like
I
why?
was kind of wondering that as well, because I kind of thought if we were gonna, back when they first D23 first touched on Indiana Jones, I kind of thought Dino Land was gonna be just completely Indiana Jones, like they were gonna make its whole thing, like
Okay, okay.
Indiana Jones Land, and now it's like we're getting two totally opposite things in one. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't I am let me put it this way. I am excited to see how they marry those two concepts together because it seems like a pretty difficult job.
I do agree. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm
The final thing,
starting.
Animal Kingdom.
I'm starting to think we need to make this a two-part thing,
Yeah, let's wrap up Animal Kingdom and then we'll move forward.
because we haven't even gotten to,
The big stuff.
and I got opinions.
Yeah, I have opinions too. Most notably, this is the IP we're focusing on.
And we're only an hour. We're already an hour in. So I think we got to do like part two next week.
I support that.
Okay, but
Um,
finish up Animal Kingdom.
last thing is Zootopia, Better Together. I hate that name. It's replacing It's Tough to Be a Bug in the Tree. It will take us on an adventure through different biomes. And it opens winter 2025.
So this also was told to us like last D23, and I've been
Yeah.
waiting for it. I If Zootopia is going to go anywhere, I do think it needs to obviously go in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it was time for It's Tough to Be a Bug to move on, so I think it's going to be great. I'm If I have to be like a little critical, if you go to like I don't know what park has it, but there is a park that has like a whole Zootopia land and it looks so freaking awesome. And
Oh,
we're just
well.
getting a TV movie. It's fine, but
Yeah, I'm with you with that. It has a lot of potential.
yeah.
I also think Zootopia was like a very colorful, bright movie, similar to Encanto, and so it would
Yeah.
make for like a great park experience.
Oh yeah. I just like think there's something about Zootopia that could be so epic at Animal Kingdom, and it's
I
more
agree.
than just a 4D movie. So but I
Yeah.
am excited for it. I think it's going to be cool, and I think it's a good change for Animal Kingdom.
I also, in fairness to myself, would say that if they announced like a Zootopia land or something, I would be very much yelling, "This is the IP we're focusing on."
That's
So I feel like it's enough. Also, I'm like really over the spiders that come from the sky. I'm really over like the hopper of it all. He's been kind of broken for a little
yeah,
while.
yeah.
Um, so like it's fine. Let's move on. I love the
It,
show. It was one of my favorites. I will miss it. But it's fine.
it was time.
It's a theater. That to me just like says rotating show.
Agreed. Agreed. And that has been there since for however long I have been visiting Disney World. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
been right. Has it always been that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's time to move on from that. Okay, I have a question for you then. If that's not the IP that you would choose, what would you choose to put in the as a new movie?
Oh, no, I think it's a great choice. I'm saying if they chose to make it into like a land,
Oh,
because
okay.
you were saying like Zootopia, Animal Kingdom, Match Made in Heaven, and I agree with that logic. I just am like checking myself that if
Yeah.
they ever announced like a huge Zootopia multi-billion-dollar investment, I would be like, what?
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Fair enough.
That's
Yes,
that's where I'm at. I think it's perfect for the theater. I think it's also a great way to test out if people are interested in that, how the
yeah,
wait times change for that attraction, et cetera, et cetera.
for sure. I'm excited for that one. And that I assume do you have one that's coming soon?
You know what? They say winter 2025, which to me could mean like January or
Okay.
like December. So,
That's why they said it. They're giving themselves time.
right, right. Exactly. A nice year-long buffer. It's fine.
I'm gonna say January.
Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up. I mean, I'm very excited about it. I'm
Yeah,
just not. We'll get it when we get it.
for sure. For sure. All right.
Um, yeah, I think my overall takeaway is, besides the things I've been repeating, it seems like we're in the first real big year of like development again.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think maybe we were a little harsh and yeah, I probably was. I am very excited for the changes and I
Me
think
too.
I will believe it once, like you said, there's a gold shovel in the dirt. But I mean, I feel like we were very negative on this, and I am very excited for the changes, and I know that whatever Disney is going to do is going to be like epic. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm sure whatever happened at those roundtables, there's like a reason for everything
Yes.
except for Avatar. But I, I, I am really excited. But we have a lot more to jump into. We haven't even really
Yes.
gone into like the big stuff that world is getting. So,
I think
uh,
that's Number one, we like started this we covered in this episode, besides the Animal Kingdom stuff, which I'm in general pretty jazzed about. We covered a lot of like stuff we don't care about. Avengers, Avatar. We just like don't, it's not for us, so I don't care what they could have announced like a magical, I mean it is magical, magical magicalness, and we would have been like, not for us. So
I will leave you on this before next week. I am extremely happy about Monsters Inc.
oh,
Yeah, I'm very, very happy about that.
I have like a lot of questions.
Really?
A lot. So many questions.
Really?
Um, yeah, and you know who I feel like knows all the answers? Maylee.
Maylee definitely knows all the answers. That was so good. All
So
right.
yeah, I'm gonna just need like a brief chat with Maylee and I'll know everything. It's fine.
I don't want to discuss this any further with you.
No.
Do not text or call me your thoughts on Monsters Inc. because I want to hear it first here on the pod.
Deal.
'Cause that's an interesting reaction from you.
Yeah, a lot of questions. There's a lot to unpack for me.
Okay. All right.
It's positive. I just have
Okay.
questions.
Okay. Fine. All right. Let's do part.
Yeah, we're gonna go part two. Have a great rest of your day. Also, however this gets edited back together, I am sorry, dear listener. Our internet blows right now. We got new routers. The internet people have been here. My husband works in IT, etc., so on and so forth. I still want to strangle someone. So thank you for sticking with us. I hope we make sense in post.
Hofo, because he's the one that's going to fix all those issues.
That's why we have a hofo.
All right. Let's do part two next week and we'll chat then.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.